Galacticos! This is a Champions League final week. We're going to talk a lot. And this time we're going to bring you something that worked when we did it against Barcelona, how to beat them, and it worked for us. So hopefully it will work again. So we're going to bring you kind of 3 keys of what to do and what not to do to beat Atleti on Saturday. So we thought about, well, of course, if you haven't yet, like or subscribe, give us a little click. And we've kind of dissected this kind of similarly, but not exactly, as we did with Barcelona. We're going to talk about what we have to do on the ball, off the ball, and set pieces.
Perfect.
So let's start. On the ball, Ashley, what has to be our performance?
Our performance on the ball, especially against such a disciplined defensive team, we want to break their lines of defense. And I think that what we need to do is create superiority in wide areas. I think taking advantage of our speed on the flanks, and
with Marcelo and Carvajal
and Bale and Cristiano, whoever's playing or if Lucas Vázquez plays, taking advantage of the wide areas and creating numerical superiority, what a word, out there on the flanks, I think will be important for us, and to get early crosses in and get people on the end of those early crosses. I think we have an advantage in the air. We're good at finishing. We scored a ton of header goals and aerial goals, and I think that will be dangerous for Atleti's defense. And I mean, we can see Benzema scored that goal against Atleti in the first leg.
In the Calderón. Yeah, beautiful play by Carvajal.
Beautiful play by Carvajal, who took it down the wing, got that early cross in. There was only 2 finishing or running in the box, but even so, Benzema got on the end of it. And again, in the semifinals against Bayern, that's how Lewandowski scored that goal against Atleti. So I think that we can get in with early crosses, taking advantage of the wide areas and creating numerical superiority there. And of course, taking shots from out wide and shots that are on frame. If we are shooting and they're on frame, that means that someone's gonna have to step out to defend, and that could create some chaos in the box. Maybe we could get a rebound goal.
I also think that on the ball, we have to be, number 1, patient.
Yes.
Moving the ball around, but not going crazy, trying to score too early. I mean,
Right.
it would be great to score early, but it's not necessary. And number 2, being accurate, because that will like stop Atletico from having those like quick breaks on the counter attack that they normally are so good on.
Right.
So
accuracy in passes, accuracy especially, and I think it's really important when we go 1v1 against them, which is important, I think, individually to attack at them or dribble at them, but to be accurate in deciding when we're gonna go forward, where we are on the field, those sorts of things. So I think that's sort of our dissection of what we need to do on the ball.
yeah, hopefully we can do that on the ball. Like, it'll be easier to do what we think we have to do off the ball, which is
a lot. And I think more importantly is what we do off the ball against a team like Atleti. My main thing, and I don't know if you agree with me, is our transition. I think transition on offense and on defense is super important to get transitioning on offense quickly and transitioning when we lose the ball, because we will lose the ball at certain points, but transitioning quickly on defense too, which means getting numbers up and getting numbers back, because they are so dangerous on counterattacks. And they can find Griezmann or Torres in behind our defense just like that and put in a goal, and we won't even know it hit us.
Yeah, but definitely, like, we're well placed on defense when
Right.
they have the ball. Like, Atleti is a team that definitely benefits a lot more from having the other team kind of like mal parado.
Yes,
You know,
exactly.
how to say that in English? Mal parado.
Stopped catching them on their heels. So I think that transition, and if this has to do with transition as well, but movement off the ball, I think is super important. I mean, it's movement on offense, getting involved in the offense, getting in the end of crosses, getting in with when you see a player attacking, someone on the wing attacking, getting up to overlap, to support for passes. Movement off the ball, especially when we're defending, I think is important. So I think like movement, period, and transition and doing it quickly is the key off the ball. And of course, patience. I think we can't dive in, aguantar. How do you say that in
hold,
wait for them to come at you a little bit. It's sort of what I think they'll do a little bit of that.
So on the ball and off the ball. Now, third point would be the set pieces.
Set pieces.
Normally, or let's say in the last couple of years, Atleti is seen as a team that has a set pieces as one of their strengths. They're good defending them and they're good scoring on them. But I think this year it's fair to say that it's been more of a strength for us than for them.
Exactly. We scored a ton of goals, especially on crosses. On corners this season. I think we should definitely take advantage of that. We're probably more likely to get corners called than free kicks right outside the box that are advantageous for us. And I think that we definitely need to capitalize on those. We've got people who are great in the air. We've got Pepe, we've got Ramos, Cristiano, Bales. I mean, those are players that are super dangerous in the air, and I think that we can finish a corner if we get them, or a number of corners.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you think about it, think about the final 2 years ago. I mean, both goals during the 90 minutes came from set pieces. So it's something that we can definitely take advantage from. We should. And also be very focused and concentrated to not let them, especially Godin. I mean, it's true that they have lost a lot of their power, their air power, with Costa leaving, but they still have Godin.
Right.
And we can remember how he almost, ruined the party for us 2 years ago.
Well, that's true, and they've also got players maybe who aren't the most spectacular in the air, but have no fear.
Yeah.
And they're going to go for every ball, for any ball that's in the area, and we have to take that into consideration. But I still think that individual for individual, we are superior in our air game.
Yeah, I think we are, and I think on pretty much every aspect we would be one-on-one, but that's the thing with Atletico.
Right,
Every game we've played, we could have said the same,
Right.
but their performance as a team, has brought them better results than us.
And that's the danger. And I think the last point I'm going to make, which probably it doesn't fit into our 3 points, but it's just to know how Atleti is going to come to this match. We know exactly how they play. We play them. How many times have we played them this season? Two times, obviously, because we play all teams 2 times. We play them twice this season. We face them every single year. We know exactly what mentality they're going to come with, how they're going to come with. They're going to come in hot, and I think it's important for us to keep our heads in this match and maybe sort of play into Atleti's game, into that, play that mental aspect. I think that's important, and draw those fouls. Maybe we can get them a red card or get them various yellow cards or draw fouls in the box. I don't know. I think that's an important thing for me, the gamesmanship aspect.
Yeah, it'll be as much as a tactical game,
Right.
on the ball and
It's
off
a
the ball, it'll be a
mental thing.
mental game. And I think, they've kind of got rid of that domination that we had for so long.
Yeah.
But this is still the Champions League, and in Champions League, we still have the upper hand.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll have that in Milan, and we'll come back with the undécima. So, we hope we're able to do all this that we've talked about. And if we are not able to do it, but we still win, we'll be happy anyway.
A win's a win in Champions League finals.
So Galacticos want to know what you think. If you agree with us, what do you think Real Madrid have to do to beat Atleti in Milan? If you haven't yet, like and subscribe. And hopefully we'll be telling you that we came from Milan with the undécima.